Welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. Today we're going to be trying to get this 1973 John Deere 140H3 running. As you see, someone went after it with some TSC paint at some point in time. And so now it looks pretty ugly. The back that they didn't go after is still original. Back looks nice. But they went after the whole front half. Somebody did cut a hole in the upright because they're stupid and they wanted this stupid exhaust in here. So I'm going to try to find a new upright for it. Otherwise, it looks like it's in halfway decent complete shape. Oil's in there. Not the prettiest, but it's in there. Decent headlight bezel, not broke. Got the grill still. The hood has been fixed like 17 times, and it's like, I couldn't break that if I wanted to, I don't think. It's pretty stout now. Nice, okay. It does turn over. I just bought it at an auction, and I did check it at the auction. It turns. If any of you guys have been watching the channel for any period of time, you know that I am looking for my first 140 I ever bought, serial number 54948. The pretty cool thing about this tractor is it is exactly 1,000 serial numbers away. It is 53948. So probably I'll keep this tractor too for a little while. We'll see. I got a set of True Powers over there in the other building that might just be calling its name. We'll see how it runs. But this video is going to be all about trying to get it running. Oh good, it has these things. Well, that's annoying. So let's get into this project. The first thing we always do, toss a battery in here, see if it cranks. If it does, see if we have spark, and go from there. Let's check what the gas tank's looking like. Oh, nuts. It has gas in it. And it's really not that old. I mean, it smells like it's maybe a year old or two. We may get lucky. Let's put a battery in her and see what she does. Okay, key is off. Let's see if there's a draw. Nope, no draw. Okay, let's hit the key. Nothing. Nothing. What other safeties are there? It blew the dipstick out already, and it ain't hardly done anything. That's not a good sign. My battery's a bit on the weak side, it appears. Let's check for spark. No spark. Okay, in that case, I'm going to put this battery on the charger. I'm pretty confident it's going to be the points. But let's double check on that. Yep. It's going to be the points. Now I'm going to charge this battery some, and I'm going to clean the points while it charges, and then we're going to try again. Okay, so when I tell you I'm cleaning the points, I just took this little cover off. There's points on the side of the engine here. You see those two little round contacts that come apart and go together? They get dirty like these are. See all the corrosion? and then they don't make a connection. What happens is as you spin the engine, the points open and close at the right time and break contact and make contact and tell the coil when to fire. And if your contacts are dirty, they do not do what they're supposed to do. So I just take a little piece of sandpaper, and I'm not going to be able to do this very well with one hand. But put it in between there, like so. And just go back and forth with it, and that'll clean it up. I'm going to actually get these clean, and then I'll bring you back and see if we have spark. The points are good, they're sparking. We're getting just the tiniest little bit of spark up here. And what I mean by the points are sparking, turn on the key to run, come down here. I don't know if you can hear it. Oh, did you see that? And then when I do that, watch the spark checker. Ooh. You can see that. And then down here at the points, you see the spark? That's another way to check. It's generally pretty good. If you're getting that spark at the points, you probably have spark. So if you don't have a spark checker, you can try that. Now let's try and see if we have spark while cranking again. It's very weak. That's weird. This tractor may need a coil. This coil might be going bad. I just tried a few tests, cranking it, and I didn't actually check voltage. Used test light. Cranking, it dims the voltage down. Shouldn't be enough that I don't have spark. Should be normal to pull the voltage down when cranking. Still have power coming in and out from the points, coming in from the key switch. So it kind of almost looks like the coil is getting weak, and that's why we're barely having any spark. Let's hit it with some starting fluid. Well, it cranked a whole lot faster, like it was trying to help itself along, but it did not fire. Let's open the throttle some. Doesn't seem real interested. Let's pull the plug out. I think it's this one if I remember right. Oh, I did. So I'll clean it up and see. Let's crank it over with no plug. Not too bad. I'm gonna go clean this plug up. We'll put it back in and see if that helps our case. That looks far better to me. What do you guys think? In here. Shoot it with some starting fluid. See what she'll do. So let's try this. barely getting any spark. It's got to be this coil, plus it's this plug wire. I'm going to do some checking, and then we're going to go back to trying to get her to start on something. One new plug wire later, watch this. Now it seems like it's going to try to do something. So let's give it some starting fluid. See what she does now. Well, that's not exactly good. See all the crap come flying? Oh, you didn't. Oh, sorry, y'all. Let's zoom you out and try that again. We'll give it some more starting fluid, I guess. Watch what comes out the exhaust. See if it does it again. It didn't. Oh well. There was a lot of crap came flying out that exhaust. Like black, looked like black smoke. I'm sure there was some dirt mixed in there too. See, always go with the simplest thing first. New plug wire, and away she decided to go. Oh, I found out why. What is wrong with this plug wire? There's supposed to be wire coming out the end of the insulation and touching this. So, I don't know how we were getting any spark, honestly. It must be jammed through the insulation somewhere, but yeah, this plug wire could be usable with a new end. So let's check on our fuel situation. I'm going to pop the line off the carb. And you guys and myself are going to find out together if there's gas in the carb. I hate these stupid pitch clamps. There's a special place in hell for whoever invented those. There is gas at the carb. Let's smell it. I mean, it's not great, that's for darn sure. I think on this case, the solution to pollution is dilution. I'm going to put some fresh gas in this tank because the gas really truly doesn't smell that bad. So it's either so old that there's no ethanol and shit to make it go bad, or somebody was trying to get this running. You know, they could have been trying to get this running at the auction for all we know. They might have just been putting gas in stuff to see if it would start. I'm going to put some fresh gas in here and see what happens. Okay, it's got some fresh gas in it. Next step. It's going to break, isn't it? Yep. Okay. We'll shut the fuel off. Now we can remove this hose that's going to rip. Cut the end of the hose off that ripped off. Now, I'll get a drain pan because I have one here. Perfect. We should kind of have fuel coming out of there. Would be kind of nice. Is there a shut off that works? I'll be dipped. There is. What? No way. I've just never. Okay, let's put this back on. Turn on the fuel shut off. Okay. Gas should be actively going into the carburetor as we speak. Persuade it. Let's try and start it. get those off the button. Watch this. Both lights actually work. I don't believe it. Will it throttle up any? And we're charging. This thing's a peach. Okay. Okay. Well, we know the engine's okay. Do we dare try out the transmission? Got a mess on the floor. What's this? Oh, that's probably the gas that I spilled when I bled the line, isn't it? Okay, perfect. Put your guesses in the comments. Will she move? If you guessed no, you'd be correct. Got plenty of fluid in it. Uh-oh. Okay. We have no hydraulic function whatsoever at all. Well, I was going to guess that this is stuck and disengaged, but I should have hydraulic function on these levers still. That should bog the engine, because those are deadheading, they can't go anywhere. We do have a drive shaft, right? Yep. Here we go. Back to the trans. We have some sort of hydraulic issue in the transmission. It's not doing anything. I have no function, no whine, no anything. That's not good. I guess on the bright side, I have a parts tractor right there. I bought that at the same auction. They didn't have the engine for it at the auction, so it's just going to be a parts tractor. And then the pile of parts for it, which consisted of the front clip, and that was it, just the front clip, sold for more than the tractor sold for, so I didn't buy that. Well, I want my money back. I just heard a transmission noise. I thought I heard a transmission noise. See what we got. It's still check. The transmission operating in neutral. Yep. I did. Man, that's really disappointing that this transmission's shot. Especially as good as this engine seems to run. Never did check to see if PTO worked. It does. We got PTO, got a good running engine, and then we got a paperweight for a transmission. Even if the guys at the auction had drug it around and ruined the transmission part, the hydraulic pump should still be good, and I should still be getting functionality out of my hydraulic levers for something. I have no hydraulics at all, as if there's zero oil in the system or the engine's just not even turning it. So I don't know what the deal is. This is all wonky. Somebody's been messing with it. It kind of just flops around in there. Unfortunately, it's time for me to go to bed. I got work in the morning. So we're going to have to get back to this sometime. It's currently Sunday night. I just bought this thing yesterday. I just couldn't wait to get out here and play with it. So at least we know we got a good engine. Now we just got to figure out the trans issue. So I guess when I come back, which will only be a second for you guys, but when I come back, we'll pull the platform off and see what we can find. See if we can figure anything out. Alright. Got the platform off, as we saw yesterday. The transmission doesn't work. Double checked the easiest thing to see if the roll pin was bad. It isn't. I can turn the fan on the output of the transmission, and the input on the transmission spins the drive shaft and the engine. So that's not the problem. It doesn't appear as though this could ever work because That should be welded to there. Let's find out, if we can, what's going on. I'm going to pull this cover off now. I blew it off a little bit. There wasn't a ton of stuff on here, but did get blown off some. So let's pop that cover off of there and see what we find. The other thing is, somebody didn't put this oil in to try and make it move recently. You can see the bottom where the oil is isn't rusty and everything else is. That means the oil was in there for years while this sat and got rusty. So let's yoink that off and see what's under it. I mean, that's not exactly what you want to find. It's pretty caked up in here. But the valves are both up. And they're free. I can push it down, it comes back up. That goes for both of them. Neither of them are stuck. They're not the problem. I am going to dig some of this out and blow it off and clean it up. Alright, that's far better. So what I'm going to do is crack these lines and see if either one of those have oil. Because those should be just direct pump action. These should always have pressure when the pump is turning. Well, one of them's return, one of them's pressure. So I'm going to crack them loose, and if there's no oil, I'm going to start it and then crack them loose and see if we have oil then. If not, then maybe we're in trouble. I was told maybe this pump lost a prime. I don't know how you fix that, but maybe. I don't know. She is dry. There's nothing. So I'm going to crank the engine. Probably just start the engine. Be easiest. And see if we get any oil coming through. Alright, let's see how it starts. It weren't happy too much about that. It was running good yesterday. Where is the Cosby sauce when you need it? Right here. Let's help it along. So nobody on Facebook seems to know what could be going on. I got one person say charge pump, and then I did some research and watched a video, and there's a charge pump right in this casting here. 2 bolts comes off, you got to take the drive shaft off. This pump can't pick up oil by itself, so this charge pump picks the oil out of the trans and feeds it to this pump, and this charge pump runs these hydraulics. So this charge pump is the problem. It's got to be, whether it's lost a prime, bad, there's a roll pin or some sort of pin in there that runs the pump. Maybe that is shot. So I think our next step is going to be take this pump off, take a look at it. It also only runs in one direction, so I'll have to mark it so I know which way to put it back together. But I think that's going to be our next step. This thing, it's a bad design, but you can look at this either way, if you good or bad design. They have that pin going into here, presumably so if this were to fail, that shaft stays lined up and doesn't, you know, slam into everything and ruin it. What that means for us though, is we have to either pull the engine or the transmission out in order to get this off and get this out and take the pump apart. And I believe it's this charge pump that's causing us issues, which again, just these 2 bolts and it would come right off, but you have to have this off in order to get it out. So amazing. Okay, I spent like an hour and a half last night after you guys saw me working on that, pulling this out of the parts tractor. Don't mind it's leaking. I just carried it over here and I had to tip it sideways. It's just come out of the breather some. But anyway, that transmission, I can't figure out what's wrong with it. Nobody else can figure out what's wrong with it. I've had no ideas from anybody. So we're ditching this one. Putting this one in it. This one came out of a 74 parts tractor. It looks good. Hopefully it is. If it doesn't work either, then I'm going to be real confused. But let's toss it in this tractor. I'm off today because it's raining. We've already got over 1 inch of rain. And it's like 10 a.m. now. So we are going to put this transmission in this tractor, throw this thing back together. Hopefully, after that, we can take this tractor out, drive it around. The front tires are holding air. And I have a set of True Powers on rims over in the other building. that just have this tractor's name on them, I think. So we'll throw those on here if she runs good. And then this project will be officially done. I'll still have to service it before I start using it. I'll do an air filter, change the oil. Eventually, I'd like to get a set of uprights, put the factory exhaust back on it because I have one with the parts tractor. But let's get this transmission thrown in here first of all, and cross our fingers and hope for the best. These valves come back up. This one's a bit sticky, but it does come back up, so I might take those out, clean them up. We'll see. But let's get it in the tractor. Alright, this one wouldn't work either. I hooked the drill up to it and tried it, but it took a prime. I just primed it. Now it works. As you see, I'm making a mess because it's blowing fluid out everywhere. Now we're going to put it in there and run with it. Surprises me that this one took a prime and that one wouldn't. I didn't find anything wrong with that one, but whatever. So for now we're just going to use this one. I looked into swapping the back plates. It looks like a pain in the butt because that's the original paint one from this tractor. So maybe eventually we'll fix that transmission and put it back in, but we'll see. For now, let's get this trans in there. We're finally going to have transmission. Then we can get this tractor together and start trying to drive it around. Alright, this is the pressure side, this is the return. I'm going to start it, let it prime through instead of pumping all that air back into the system. Still full of wheels. I believe, oh no, I don't have this hooked up yet. Boy, that tight, but it'll be okay. Fire. The brakes on these 140s, and all the hydros really, are another one of those things that I'd like to just torture whoever designed them. Because they give you all these threads to adjust them. Well, number one, this rod is always about a half an inch too long. So they should have made this shorter to start with. Number two, technically I need to be tighter than that for these brakes. And these pads are pretty good still. But this is hitting the piece of all thread. So just an absolutely terrible design all the way around. So I'm debating, and it's doing it on both sides, I'm debating either rounding these edges or it's taking this bar off and fixing what Deere should have fixed from the factory, drilling a second hole up here and cutting the front off and shortening that rod. That would be the best thing. That way I actually have brakes. The other thing is the pedal for this side won't go down because you see they have these on the outside, they're supposed to be on the inside, so it's hitting the bolts for that, well, the nut. So, you know, there's all that. But at least we got a working transmission now. We just got to work out a few quirks on it. But I have both brakes adjusted. Neither of them will work because the all threads hit here. I'm going to revisit that later. I want to make sure that it runs and drives good first. So I brought some tires over here. We'll grab those, put them on here. I'm going to switch seats, so the seat that's on here, that black one, is going to go away. I'm going to use the nice original seat off of the 74. Use something other than these because they're broke and junk. These were never a real good design either. You see there's not a lot going on there. So we're going to get all that thrown back together. Points cover put back on. I'm going to get me a new air filter for it. Put that on. The other thing I need to do is get a new dipstick, because I don't know if it'll come up on camera, but you see all these speckles of oil in that puddle? Speckles everywhere. Well, I didn't even notice, but it did it the other day too. This dipstick doesn't have anything holding it in anymore. The thing here is worn out. So it just like blows out as soon as you start the engine. It shouldn't be able to fall down in. I should have to push it down in. So there's that. So I'm going to have to do something about that. Maybe put a bungee on it for now. But anyway, let's do some more stuff on this thing. Okay, I got her all back together off camera. Put a bolt in the battery, changed the oil, put a new air filter in it, put a bungee on the dipstick. Let's fire it up. You ain't got no crankage. What's going on? Leave it choked for a second until it starts running rich. So it started running rich. Well, that's unchoked. Started running a little better. Good latches, sweet. I put the fender pan off the parts tractor on it because it's nicer. Kind of makes the tractor look a little nicer. I still got a ways to go on the front end. Some jackwagon went after it with TSC rattle can, but let's hop on here and see. Oh yeah, that's good. I still got to wipe 240 off the hood. That was my bidder number. I wiped it off this fender pan. Alright, well, I'm going to clear away here. We're going to take this sucker outside. Okay, it's still raining. I'm sick and tired of waiting. The gas on? No. That'd be a good reason to not be running real good. Spoiler alert, this is the next project. This cub is heavy. It's got weights and deck and all that stuff. See? Spinning her out. Come on, bite. Alright. I just used this tractor for probably 20-30 minutes fighting with that cub. Ran great. Does seem to burn a little oil now that I've throttled it up, started trying to do stuff with it. But not a lot. It's running good though. Transmission's strong. Reverse is slow, but they all are really. That's going to be the end of this video though. If you enjoyed it, please hit the like button. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing. Let me know what you'd like to see with this tractor in the future. I'm going to be keeping it because of the serial number, like I already told you guys. 53948. I was looking for 54948 for a long time. Still looking, but I like this one, so I'm going to hang on to it. So, like I said, hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already. Lots more content to happen in here. I got another 140 over there to get running, but that cub is next on the agenda. So, keep your eyes peeled for that. Thanks for watching, guys. I will catch you guys on the next one.